Welcome back. Now we've created our list. As you see on top, we have tells you how many people, how many homes, how many phones, how many doors. Oh, sorry about that. How many doors and how many mailboxes. And then you have different categorizations down here, functions that you can do. You can print your list, you can make letters, you can make labels, make phone calls. That's very important. We'll come back to that one. You can export your list, minivan, counts, reports, cut turf, split, growth. So there's different things, script, bulk apply. So a lot of these you will not use, but the main one that we are going to talk about now is how to cut a turf. So we're going to click on cut a turf. So what this does is actually bring you to the map where you can actually cut the area to bring them up to make it into smaller sections, okay? So it brings your map up. So up here on top, we have the magic wand that can actually let you cut a turf automatically. You can erase and you can go backwards. So in other words, if you something you've already made and you want to get rid of it, you can, and you can erase it also. So it's very user friendly. Don't think you're ever going to break the system, and don't think if you made a list, oh, I can't use it. Don't worry about it. In other words, it's here to mess up, and you just don't use that list. Okay, so over here, this is your legend. It tells you how many you've unassigned and how many you've selected each one when you go to the turfs. You can make up to, I think it's 20, around 20 turfs, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering. So it's a small number, so sometimes your turfs are going to have to be big. That's why you group it. Like this list here has a lot of houses and everything. So if you would use the magic wand, okay, I'm going to use it, okay, you can actually break down in the equal numbers per address or how many turfs. Here we see. This will let me do, come on, sorry, 30 turfs, not 20 turfs. I was saying it was 20, but it's 30 turfs. And you can actually put how many people you want in each turf to break it down if you use the magic wand. But the only thing bad about magic wand is it makes you go across busy streets and stuff like that you don't want your people that are out canvassing to do. So make sure when you're looking in an area, hopefully that you know the area a little bit and pay attention to very busy streets and that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're not going to auto turf. I'm going to teach you how to turf the old-fashioned way. So what we're going to do is we're going to get closer up here and go to an area. Okay, so bring it down and go arrow it down so you get closer up to your area. Okay, by, of course, pinpointing the area. Okay, so this area right here is, I'm showing your locals, this is for the Jacksonville area. We are over in District 14, and we're in the Ortega Farms area. So in other words, Ortega Farms area in the, down through Roosevelt, we know this is closer down to where NAS Jax is, and this is a swankier area of town. So our layout is pretty good. It's down squares. We do have some circles. So in other words, we've got to think about, hey, I'm going to make a turf, but first and foremost, okay, so is there anything in this area that you know that where you can maybe park your car or whatever to do the circles in a certain area? Say if you already know the area and you know there's a school nearby that where you can park, keep that in mind. If not, you're going to have to park on the street or off on the grass. So keep that in mind. So what we're going to do, okay, so we see this little section over here. So that's going to be hard to go from over here to over here if you're walking. So keep that in mind. In other words, so you're going to need a little travel time. So in other words, we're going to do this tree here. We know we can easily walk this and how you would do it. I'm going to close up to it a little bit closer just so you can see. Let's go a little bit closer. Boom. Let's move it over. Boom. Okay. So we know just to do this area here it's spread out. See how the houses are all spread out? They're not real close to each other. So you got to keep that in mind that you're going to be moving the vehicle, or that you have more than one couple people doing the same area. But we're going to turf this out. So you're going to, and I must have touched, let me get up here real quick. See, as you see, I actually made a line. Did not mean to. So I'm going to get rid of that. Undo what I did before. I must have tapped by accident with my finger. See how easy that was to fix? You just click and get out. Okay, so we're going to make a dot. Oh, I did it again. Darn, I thought I did away with it. I got to go 2 steps back. Okay, that should have fixed it. Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, see, I made the square with just by clicking on my mouse or your keyboard here. And then we're going to make another one because we want to group an area together that would be easily able to turf. Okay, as you see up here in my selector, it's already showed you that I've already pinpointed 2 houses that are in my area. And that's those 2 right there. So I'm going to keep going. Boom. And you remember, you want to try to make a turf that people can complete in a 2-hour time. Okay, I'm going to join this together and make it a turf. See it turn green, so that is turf number 1, it's green. But I'm like, that's only 13. That's very small, because you want to have approximately 20 some houses, 20 to 30 some houses in an area, because you want to try to complete a turf within 2 hours, and you give yourself about 5 minutes per house on that at most. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger. So we're going to go down the street here, and what you do is you take your box and you can stretch and make it bigger. It's real easy. Like I said, you can never mess this up. You can take it away. You can add. Go up here to the other box. Boom. Okay. So now our turf's up to 23 here with the amount people at 21 homes. So you got 21 homes to hit, and it has 23 people inside the home. And you keep on doing that till you create all your turfs and do the area that you want to do in this particular one. Okay, so I'm just going to save the 1 turf, but like I said, you can just keep on turfing till you get all your turfs done. Then you're going to go up top here, and you're going to save. You can either save or save and finish. If you're finished for this area, I'm going to save and finish it, and it's right here in the corner. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to save and finish it. It's a little hard to hold the phone, the camera, and do this at the same time. Okay, so we can put it in an existing folder that you've already created, or you can create a new folder. I'm going to put it in one of my folders. Let me see. I think I have a trash folder. I'm not using my mouse. It's a little bit harder. You know what? I'm going to create a new folder because I don't think I have one that says trash. Oh, there's my folder out. It's marked okay, trash. And the only reason I'm putting this under trash, guys, since it's not an actual one that I need. Okay, then you can name it a regional name on top of that. In other words, you're in a folder now. You can name it what you need to know what it is. And you can name it anything. You can put names. So good example is I have one this District 9 for Kathy's Volunteers. So in other words, on that one. So, or Project Blue. I did Fart 2. That was one that was just made up while showing someone. Okay, so trash. 1. Okay, then you have down here in the description area, and you can put more details. In other words, what you want to do on that canvas is put your details. In other words, say if you did Democrats, non-party affiliation with, use for example, that are born in November. That's your list, okay? So it kind of gives you an idea. Then we're going to save it so you know what's in this folder. In other words, what this list consists of. And like I did on this one, I just did one turf, but I'm going to save it. So it is now saved, okay? So I need to find this, go back and find my folders. So you're going to go over to the far side, and you're going to have my folders. I think it's still saving. Hold on, guys. Yes, it is. Still saving. Okay, so it popped up my turfs here. So this gives you an idea. This is trash 1 folder. It's got 1,983 people, doors, and I made a turf of 23 people. Boom, there. And it shows you what progress. That's what your turfs are. That's the My Turf page. Okay. It's saving. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we're going to go to my folder now. Okay, so as you guys see, I have many, many folders. I'm going to go to the last ones I did, and that was the last page. Should be trash. Yep, there it is. Trash. So in other words, you can just go find your folders. Okay, so we've got here, we've got map region, trash 1, who was created it. And then we got refresh, if you need to update it. And we're going to go print region. Okay, so this is how we can get the numbers for minivan, or we can actually print out the list of the turf that we just created. So we're going to go print region, and it says, are you sure you want to load this map overriding your current version of this list? Yes. Okay, now this brings us to the print screen on this. So how are we going to report this? Is how we're reporting this on it. There's all different descriptions here. We're just doing a regular walk list default on it. Okay, then we have to find our script. And if you're working with a group, you already have a script out there floating, because it has to be someone that has the okay to write the script for that particular thing. And some of you guys may have that eventually in that you can use. Let's see, ID script, that's one. Let me find just a walk script. Okay, and there's some generalized scripts out here. Depends on what, like if you're doing city council, 2019, if you're doing things, early voting, vote by mail. Let me find one here. Sam Hall. Okay, like these ones have a description in it. District 5, warm and hot and warm dim script call. So that means it's phone. We're just going to do the city council one. Just make it easy. Okay, so how we're contacting how? Make sure this is letter, meetings, however you're going to do this particular list. We're going to walk it. So this is actually a walk list. The title is Trash 1. Okay, minivan, you do not need to do this one unless that's all you're specifically going to do, but it will give you the number for minivan when you do your print list, okay? So make sure if you want to have page breaks, don't have page breaks. I hate page breaks, especially if you're printing out because you're wasting a lot of paper. In other words, each street would be on a different page, and if you want to do it that way, you're more than welcome. It just wastes. And always make sure, if you're going to print it, format it to the clipboard. And you can also here, if you've used this list before, you can exclude anybody who's already voted or early voting. So in other words, I'll drop them off the lists. Anyone who's voted on election day. So in other words, if you go back out and you're using the same list, you can drop that part off. Okay, then we're going to go over here to the next. And then we need to go to either the main menu or PDF, but we need to go to the PDF file. And I just lost focus there, guys. Sorry about that. Why is this thing being a boob? I know this is not the professional the word boob is not the most professional word to be using here. Let me see something. There we go. Okay. Okay. On the PDF print file, you can actually search for it. Or if you're right there and can't find it, boom, it's right here. So we're down to our first one. So we're going to download the folder here. It's right here on the first line. And like I said, a lot of this is just playing around and figuring out the system. Okay, so here we go. Here's our list. It gives you on the first page, it gives you the list number. Okay, so this number right here. Oop, I'm not far enough over on the phone. Right here is the van number. So, minivan number. So, when you have this list and you have them, you also have the minivan number, and you'll also learn that if you've not already learned how to use minivan. So, this is so you can have it, and like if you're having mini turfs, you can sign out the turfs, you can get their number, you can say when they're in and out to make sure, and their contact information to make sure that whoever's going out and canvassing for you is checking in. Okay? Then on your list, it has your results and what they mean. So when you're marking on your questions. And then we have our map that we created. So you see all the houses that we created. And so we know where we're going on this. In other words, if we're looking at it, we can know, hey, I can park right here, get these houses here, get these houses, drive my car over here, come back over here. If you want to park here, get these ones, but that one's kind of far, so you may want to drive up there. And so that's how you just see the lay of the land so you can do it. Also, if you don't have that list number on the other thing, it is also on top of the map, so you can use for minivan. Okay? Then on the paper list, it goes into exactly who it is in the system. But like I said, we are trying to get away from the paper form. So we are going to minivan, and minivan brings it electronically to make it easier for you. Okay, I hope that helped. That just gave you a basic rundown of that. And like I said, it's easy if you play and make lists so you know what to do when the thing. Remember, no list is set in stone. You can always go back and create new lists and fix new lists and get rid of lists. Okay? Hope you had enjoyed.